Okay, we're so excited to introduce to you our 4 different office trailer models. I'm here in our shortest. We have an 8.5 by 20, an 8.5 by 20 without a bathroom. We have an 8.5 by 24, and an 8.5 by 28. Really, you get the same kind of layout throughout them. They all get a kitchen, they all get a nice break area. The 20 will come with 2 workstations. We'll show you that inside. The 24 has 3. The 28, what we did is really unique, is there's 2 workstations in the back, and then a separate conference room or a room that you can make it a clinic, a mobile office, a break room. So it's got a separate 8 by 8 room and then a 20-foot office behind it. So anyways, just up here in the front, we want to show you this is set up and prepped for, it can be a toolbox, but it's really set up to add a gen later if you want to. Just gets the gen protected, or if you're not going to put a generator on these or have your dealer do that, we can, it's a great place to have tool storage. This just closes up nicely, good solid ATC doors, aluminum framed. So we're outside the 20-footer. One of the things that we just want to make sure you see is that it is set up to have a staging area outside. So many times you have the office and whatever the important business is going on the inside, you need a place for people to hang out, cool off. Maybe you don't want to interrupting the meeting inside, or a place to check in. So we put a huge awning on them. It's a power awning, just push a button, it'll roll on out for you. Place to keep up and cool. We build an incredible, very solid aluminum pull-out step. It's with non-slip grip, so you're not gonna have trouble slipping with your boots or whatever you got on there. ATC doors as always. We add a bar lock to these so you can padlock them for security. Out on the job site or wherever you're trying to store and keep things secure inside. Walking through, you have the frameless windows, really good for, especially if you want to get a cool breeze when it's raining. You can still open these and they just kind of pan out like that. You get into this section here, and what we've got along here is a huge storage area. So it's set up with 3/4 inch plywood throughout. So I can screw into that, put maybe my chargers, screw guns, whatever, and there's a 110 outlet just inside there. A great place to hook up or even just do stuff out here. So you got a plug in right there. We also got a plug-in set up there as well. One of the things we also learn from doing all these command centers is you sometimes will want some kind of monitor or have a computer out here. So this is set up with backer and an outlet that you could put a mount out here and put a TV out here for when you're set up for a longer period of time. Moving to the back, you got the aluminum rims. This is just a vent. We've shown you that before. Now we'll take you inside. So we're in the back of the 20-foot office trailer with the bathroom. We want to show you everything kind of stowed away, tucked away. The beauty of this is now I can pull in my Razor, golf cart, Gator. I can use this wall to put in cabinets, whatever I want later. But you get a clean slate with kind of all the amenities you need. But then once you take out your gear, your tool cart or whatever, all this folds up. So we have a workstation here. We've got, this turns into a stand-up conference desk. We intentionally did this so it's big enough to have blueprints on or whatever, a big workstation so 3-4 people could stand around here and look at prints. We actually have backers set up here if you want to turn that into a monitor. Plugins are there, so the walls, you can run the wires through the cove or through a wire chase. And then moving forward, we got another workstation. So this all creates usable space when you're traveling down the road for whatever gear you got to take. Then just a couple flips up and you got to set up with 2 different desks, conference table. Each one of the workstations are set up with a really nice, they got their own cabinet to store their gear. They've got roller shades to take the sun off or whatever you need to do here. Its own individual light for this section that they're sitting in. So whether it's too bright or not. Set up with power outlets, USB chargers, and it's just what you would normally have at your desk at your office. You got this portable, awesome little workstation. Moving to this side, what is so cool is we've set it up with this sofa system, something we've done in toy haulers for years. But this will set up and become, right now it's stowed, but I can make this turn into my, into a couch to start with, like that. So now we got a place for the team to sit. With our furniture track system, you can actually move it if you prefer it there. You want it up here. If you don't want to add another workstation in this furniture track system, we have countertops that do that. A lot of options we're creating with that. So now I got a great place to sit down. If I have a crew that, or a contractor, whatever that needs to sleep or have a place to cool off for the evening, It's set up so this will roll over and become a bed. You just fold those legs down. It is meets all the RVIA requirements as far as somebody sleeping in here. That's why we have an escape window. We have the fire extinguisher, CO2 detectors, all the safety package, so it's legal and good for them to sleep in here. Gives them a great environment because we've also really thought through having incredibly good insulation in it. It's 2-inch walls. We got closed cell foam between the studs, closed cell foam over the studs, layer of plywood, then aluminum. So we get about an R13 in the walls. We have batten insulation in the ceilings. You can easily have one of your dealers spray foam insulation at the bottom if you want the floor insulated. We have 2 big heaters in it. They're all electric, so you can keep it warm through the night. And then set up with 115,000 BTU air conditioner, but then it's also prepped and braced for a second AC if you feel like you had to have it. Usually don't need it without the excellent air conditioning, but if you're in Arizona, Texas, maybe you want a second AC, it's all prepped so that your dealer can add that for you. Moving to the front, a lot of things we tried to think through as well is, here's a nice setup with a bathroom. Actually, I can feel the heat, that's crazy. So it's set up with a bathroom, got a nice little light, sink, and this is where we found a lot of contractors don't want to have to use the porta-john, or they don't want to have this shared other space. So this is more the executive suite where you have your own separate bathroom. Then when you look in here, you have just a coat closet, and you think it's just a normal coat closet, which it can be that. But we found so many times that our command center people need a place for a server rack. So that is set up on the back side of the wall. That you could add a door to it. It's framed and prepped, so we could add a door. So you could get to the back side of the server, run your wires, plug your wires in, check on it. But this will fit the typical server rack inside here. And what you always need, part of a break room or just being out in that remote location, we set up a little kitchenette. We got a nice little fridge, microwave. A lot of people put a Keurig coffee pot or something up here, and then place to store your chips, food, whatever, all up there. Okay, so we're here again at the back of the 20-foot office trailer. Again, it just comes from, we've built custom command centers, office trailers. And the problem in the past is ATC would just build anything, and we'll do that. We'll still build your custom command center office. But our experience from seeing that whole process, watching the customer come into the office, talk to our dealer, and then just have to design this whole thing, it can take months to get it down to that custom trailer you want. And we're still glad and willing to go through that process with you. But what we decided to do is let's check the boxes of what 90% of the people need and want. And that's why we came out with this whole line of office trailers. So it's very flexible, very versatile. You get the nice ramp door to load up cargo, whatever you want. So it can be a tool trailer, it can be a mobile command center, mobile office. Again, just from listening for years and years and years, these check the boxes. Check them out. You can kind of see if it's in your budget. We've made them very competitively priced, and so we ask you to check out your dealer, take a look at one, because they're probably what you need.